Masonry load-bearing wall construction. So we have here wall types, reinforced or unreinforced. So reinforcing, of course, increases the load carrying capacity, right? Now, uses low-rise construction for foundations. Okay, so one type of composite masonry wall, uh, composite two whites of different material. So typically that would be CMU and brick. And then there are solid or cavity walls. So this is reinforced masonry walls where you have reinforcing bars in between the hollow core of the unit, vertical and horizontal. They are tied by aluminum wires or stainless steel wires. So there's cell. Each cell might have a reinforcing bar that makes your wall a lot stronger. There will be horizontal bracing as well, as shown earlier. Then there are cavity walls where it allows for air gap and water to be collected and drained through peep holes. So there will be whipper holes, okay, for drainage. So there's also an insulating value in doing such. It also reduces the weight of the wall system. Okay, so inner white or support wall. Then you have an airspace, which is again the insulation and drainage. Then you have your outer wire. Uh, one would be inner, one would be outer, depending on which one is the exterior face. So there are masonry ties to hold the wires or the one layer of or unit of masonry. That's the cavity in close-up view. Okay, so there are different ties. You'll see here some insulating material, and then the layer of brick, and then the tie, so that they will stick together. Okay, from CMU or from another brick material. Okay, so at the corner. Now, masonry flashing. Flashing is used so that you do not collect water or water doesn't get to be absorbed. So here you have a flashing material. It's usually made of uh, steel, flat sheet. So it redirects water away from your masonry. Remember, water is a destroyer of building materials if not handled properly. So usually metal. So again, there's the same picture. So this is an internal flashing where you would have some type of riglet inserted, then your flashing material, and then here there would be a hole that will be the whip hole to redirect water outside. Okay. So damp proofing and flashing. So another way of dealing with water is to provide flashing over, in this case, openings, wall openings, like a window. Okay. There are also thermal insulation. Okay, so from the outside face, typically an eyepiece, right? Exterior insulation and finish system. So there would be within the wall, in the cavity, or in hollow cores. So you can place insulation there on the inside face as well. So several layers of insulation. So here we have insulation in CMU cell being applied. Here, an example of external insulation. Here, creating cavity and adding insulation in the cavity. Okay. So masonry construction techniques, there will be masonry and wood construction, masonry with steel, masonry and concrete. So this is masonry with steel. Okay, so you have your steel joists. Normally this will be load bearing. So the OWSJ will be on top of the load bearing wall. Then you can place some metal decking. This is a steel CMU with precast concrete. Okay. And then you have rough in electrical plumbing, roughing in. Roughing in is the process of putting the pipes where electrical, plumbing, HVAC units will go before they plaster it with cement or mortar. So this is electrical rough in. So that will be the symbol for the outlet. Expansion and contraction. So masonry moves with uh, freezing and towing. So there should be expansion joints to allow for this two-way movement. Okay, so changes in thickness, height, and opening. Isolation joint. So this is a expansion joint, and weep holes. Now, there are other problems other than movement. There is efflorescence, joint deterioration, moisture penetration, hot and cold weather construction. So efflorescence is the formation of powdery white, gray, or yellowish deposit, right? So water would have, acid from pollution from the air. That's why it gets to be crystallized on your wall. Masonry often used as a fire separation wall. So here we have a fire stop material. Okay, so the masonry in between areas or maybe houses, especially with the semi-detached houses, will have masonry walls serve as a fire separator. That's it.